The story of how we found today's recipe is such a good one.
I know. It's like the nostalgia fairies. We're working overtime to make sure we found it.
Well, it could be that or just plain old dumb luck.
Yeah, it's probably much more our speed.
Either way, let's get cooking. Welcome to Mom's Wooden Spoon.
Get your apron on and your fanny flicker ready as we cook up some nostalgia.
Ooh, yummy. Hey, this is Kristen.
And this is Carrie.
Oh my gosh, Carrie, today we are making peanut butter and jelly parfait.
Wow, that sounds unique.
Well, I think it is. The story behind this recipe just blows my mind in many ways.
Okay.
And I'm so excited to share this with our listeners.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay, so this is not from a Mary's Memo at all.
No.
This recipe is actually from a flyer that came out in 1976 made by Jell-O.
Of course.
It actually is entitled Jell-O Desserts, Kids Stuff Recipes. 15 nifty kids desserts, plus 2 mail-in offers.
Oh, I mean, and who doesn't want a good meal and offer?
I know, right?
Yeah.
Well, the story behind this is our Aunt Sandy, who lived in Texas,
Yep.
found this flyer probably in a McCall's magazine.
Right.
You know,
Good old McCall's.
right, or Good Housekeeping, because it looks like one of those promotional flyers by Jell-O that you get.
Yeah.
And when we were very young, 1976, I was 6, you were 3.
Yes.
We went out to Texas in July. And Aunt Sandy handed this little booklet to me and said, "Hey, Kristen, why don't you pick what we're going to make for dessert?"
What an awesome move.
I know. I was so thrilled to be included with the grown-ups by Aunt Sandy. I mean, I just felt like such a big girl. And being given choice as a kid is amazing.
Huge.
Yes. And so she handed me this little flyer, and there were lovely things like ice creamy pudding and pudding sundaes, tutti frutti pudding, pudding cones.
Ooh. I know which one I would have picked. I
Which one?
absolutely would have picked this one that looks like a little pumpkin.
Oh, yes, it's called Orange Fluff, and they made a little smile out of chocolate chips.
I mean, that just screams young
Oh,
Carrie.
yes. But Kristen, little Kristen chose the peanut butter and jelly parfait.
I mean, not just peanut butter and jelly.
And I have distinct memories of being so proud. We all sat down to dessert. I noticed all of the adults take their first bite and stop. And in my little 6-year-old brain, I knew, and they hated it.
Oh, so you went from the highest of highs
Yes.
to the lowest of lows.
I did. So let's go forward in time to this past July.
Oh, let's.
You gave me
I did.
an awesome birthday gift.
I did, because
Yes.
I'm an awesome sister.
You found the Joys of Jell-O cookbook from the 1970s.
I did. It was at a thrift store, and I was like, oh my gosh, Kristen will not stop talking about this peanut butter and jelly parfait memory.
Yes, I've been looking for the recipe for decades.
Yes, and I thought, well, maybe it'll be in this 1970s Jell-O cookbook.
That's right. So I pulled it out of the gift bag. I'm so excited. I'm looking through the pages, looking for peanut butter and jelly parfait, and a flyer falls out of it onto the floor, and it looks super familiar. And it was this 15 nifty kids desserts flyer, and I opened it up to the first page, and there was the peanut butter and jelly parfait recipe. It was in the Joys of Jell-O cookbook, just shoved in there by the previous owner. What are the chances?
It's incredible
that after decades of searching for that,
your sister would save the day.
That is why this podcast is meant to be. Things just keep happening like this. It's so awesome.
It was super fun.
Yeah.
And I remember the cover. It's a little boy with kind of reddish hair, freckle face, eating a scoop of Jell-O. I remember that. Like that
Really?
triggers something in my brain.
He looks a little like Ricky Schroeder back in the day.
Maybe he just looks like Ricky Schroeder, and that's what I
Right.
remember. I
That's
don't know,
right.
but I swear I do have a memory of seeing that little flyer.
Oh my gosh, so exciting.
So you have not eaten this since you were 6 years old and disappointed all the adults.
No, so as an adult eating this, we're going to really get to see why. So this recipe goes in a parfait glass, so it's pretty. It's kind of stripy.
Yes.
Yep. And so basically you make instant vanilla pudding and add some peanut butter to it.
Sure.
And then in my mind, trying to remember it back through all the years, I thought you then made like grape or strawberry jello, and the layer was a jello layer in between the pudding layer,
Ooh.
but that's not it.
Okay.
You actually take jelly and water it down a little bit and kind of drizzle that on top of each layer of peanut butter pudding.
Yeah, I'm feeling like I already understand the adults in this scenario.
Maybe it will be delicious.
Maybe it will be.
You know?
And I see here that you have beautiful parfait glasses, and I'm so impressed.
Why, thank you. I inherited those from my mother-in-law, and we haven't used them in, well, decades.
Well, I mean, so this is perfect. Gives you a chance to pull them out.
That's right.
I like it.
Okay, so I'm going to boss everybody around because
yeah.
I'm sure that's what I would have done at 6.
You'd have bossed me around
sure
for
would have.
sure.
I'm going to do the jelly. And so the jelly is a quarter cup of strawberry or raspberry preserves mixed with a half a teaspoon of water to thin it out a little bit. So that'll be interesting.
Which one did you go for? Strawberry or raspberry?
I went for strawberry because I figured that would have been what me as a little kid probably would have chosen.
Probably, and most likely what Aunt Sandy had in the house.
Oh, right. So, Carrie, do you remember the jelly? They still make it. The jelly that was striped with peanut butter, that goober. It was called
Do
goober.
I?
Did you always want that?
So badly.
Me too.
And Mom would always say, it's not enough. It's overpriced and you don't get enough of what you wanted. It was even quantities of jelly and peanut butter.
Right.
I personally put on twice as much peanut butter
Yes, so do
as I do jellies.
I think I remember her saying, well, you're going to run out of the peanut butter.
Yeah.
And just be left with this kind of gross jelly.
Right, which
Yeah.
was a bootleg answer as far as I was concerned.
I mean, I wanted
Let's
that
try
badly.
it and find out, Mom.
Yeah, Mom.
Yes. Let's not just say no before we know.
I know. Let's
Gosh,
try
Debbie
it.
Downer.
Yeah. Also, Carrie, do you remember what type of peanut butter we always had at our house?
Extra crunchy.
Yes.
Mhm.
I don't think it was until I moved out of the house that I actually had creamy peanut butter.
I don't think I did either. Now, here's a fun little tidbit.
Ooh, tiddly bit.
It has to have been 3 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
I said something to my husband. We have had creamy peanut butter in the house since the day we've been married.
Yeah.
We both eat quite a bit of peanut butter. And I said, the last time I was at home, I had some peanut butter. It was, of course, extra crunchy.
Mm-hmm.
It was so good. Crunchy peanut butter is my favorite.
Yeah.
And I would love maybe the next time we buy some to just get crunchy for once.
Yeah.
And my husband looks at me and he's like, I love crunchy peanut butter the best. Why have we been buying creamy
Why?
for the last 10 plus years? It's neither of our favorites.
No.
How did this even happen?
That's so funny.
We both bought creamy because we thought it was the favorite of the other person.
Oh, so either you're very, very poor communicators or you're just so thoughtful of each other's wants and needs.
Totally the poor communicators.
So the way this recipe goes is you just kind of layer the peanut butter pudding with the watered down jelly. It really isn't watered down that much. I'm going to be surprised if we don't end up needing more of the jelly,
Oh,
Yeah.
How many parfaits is this supposed to make?
Well, it's supposed to make 4. I thought there's no way it's going to make 4 in these big parfait glasses, but they're kind of narrow.
Okay.
So-
Yeah, I would agree looking at it.
We'll give it a try.
Yep.
And I am going to start chopping some peanuts because that is fancy.
For a garnish?
Yes.
Oh, I wonder if you did that when you were 6. I mean, probably not chopping them with a large, chef knife like you are now.
Right. Maybe we just left off the chopped peanuts and that's why the parfait wasn't as good.
I think we figured it out for sure.
I think we have. Yep. And of course, you have to top it in the 1970s with good old Cool Whip.
Oh, because it's the best.
Oh, yeah. So how many tablespoons of peanut butter have you put in?
It said 2 to 3. I went with 3.
It's already in?
Yes.
Oh, this is exciting. So I guess we can start building our parfaits. How about you put the pudding in and then I'll drizzle the jelly on the top and then you put more pudding and we can kind of do two of them at the same time.
All right. And according to the picture,
Yes.
it is 3 layers of pudding and 2 layers of jelly. All right.
Okay.
Perfect.
Let's try
So
this.
peanut butter, as I've discussed, one of my faves. I like to eat it multiple ways. I like celery.
Oh,
Peanut butter and
yeah.
celery. You used to you do something with your son, right?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
celery with peanut butter and raisins.
It's called Ants on a Log.
Well,
Where have you been?
You lost me at the ants. But yes, so on celery, delicious. My husband loves to melt it and then
Melt
put it over
peanut
ice
butter.
cream.
Oh gosh,
Oh,
interesting. I bet
yeah.
that's yummers.
Yes, I always know he's done it because I find the bowl
Yeah,
with melted
yeah.
peanut butter stuck to it. Personally, one of my very favorites is a peanut sauce,
Oh,
like a pad
yes.
thai kind of thing.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
I love to
that.
dip the spring rolls that are just made with the rice paper, and then you dip that in a peanut sauce. Ooh,
So
yeah.
good. I love a
Oh
peanut
my
sauce.
gosh.
So as I was coming up with some other ideas, because what else do people like to eat peanut butter on?
Mm-hmm.
The Rock. Every Sunday, posts
The Rock?
on The Rock
I love The Rock.
posts on Instagram his cheat day meal, and it always starts with what looks to be, I don't ever read the words, but it looks to be like French toast, and then he slathers it in peanut butter.
Ooh, good protein.
So I'm sure that's why he does it.
Yeah.
So The Rock likes that. But there's some questionable peanut butter choices.
Oh, really?
Elvis.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Apparently, that was a thing. He had it at a restaurant, and it is called Fool's Gold Loaf.
Really?
Yeah, and I always heard it as peanut butter and banana, which is not disgusting to me. Oh no, it included bacon.
Oh, that's gross. But let me tell you a story, girl.
Okay, it's clearly not a good story, as evidenced by the sound of horror in your voice.
It is. So the first time I met my in-laws, they had us over for lunch.
Nice.
Yes. And lunch was beautifully cooked, fresh corn on the cob. We're from Ohio, so good sweet corn. It was delicious. And then they had special sandwiches.
Okay.
And the sandwiches were peanut butter, mayonnaise, and a slice of tomato.
What?
Yeah.
Ooh, what'd you think?
It was not my favorite because I'm not a big fan of raw tomato. I can have it in some things, I can have it on a BLT, but then in my mind, I'm thinking of the squishy mayo, and peanut butter's not supposed to be savory, really. Yes, it is. But,
Right.
And I was like, oh, no, not my favorite. But of course, I ate every bite.
Well, yeah, and told him how delicious it was.
That's right. And
so is that just a family
it is. It's a family thing. And another thing his family did with peanut butter.
Okay.
His dad used to take a slice of bread, slather peanut butter on it, and put it at the bottom of his bowl of chili.
Oh, wait. That was way worse than the first one.
I don't know.
What?
Yeah.
Bread with peanut butter
at the bottom of his bowl of chili. Yeah.
I realize this is a podcast and I need to say things, but I don't even know what to say. I'm thinking, people eat chili on obviously spaghetti, Cincinnati chili, baked potatoes.
Right.
People put all kinds of things in their chili. I have heard of people putting a scoop in the chili.
Yes, and putting a scoop of peanut butter in the chili to kind of give it flavor, thicken it. Yeah, I've heard that too. So, it's kind of the same thing. And then you put crackers in your chili. It's just different. I've never tried it, but it was a family thing. So they have unusual ways of eating peanut butter in his family.
They do.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, so as I was looking up ways to eat peanut butter, there were a couple others that caused me concern. And this kind of goes along with the chili. Somebody had written that it is delicious on meat, and that they have never found a meat that they did not find it delicious on, including like beef and pork and chicken and fish.
Oh, wow.
It seems so heavy.
It does.
On
But
fish.
when I cook some varieties of Asian foods, peanut sauce is the satay. And,
well, true. But it's not, it has other flavors. It's thin.
That's true. It would have soy sauce in it, maybe some fish sauce in it, but just slathering peanut butter on a steak.
Yeah. Here's the one I hated the most.
Oh, no.
On scrambled eggs.
Wild. If you guys have any interesting uses of peanut butter in your family, please let us know. You can just go right to our website. You can leave us a voice message. You can even just leave us a message and it will email right to us. We want to hear.
Absolutely. Kristen mentioned the voice message. Our website, there's a little button on there,
Yeah.
and you can just record yourself. And if at all possible, and if we can figure out the magics of technology, we may feature you on our show. We'd certainly love to share with others.
Absolutely, we would.
You know what we hear from you guys.
Yeah.
So we have made 2 parfaits. They are looking pretty good.
Oh, they're pretty, I think, on the side.
Yeah, they look pretty darn good. So now we're
No.
going for 2 more because it turns out they were not lying.
No, you can actually get 4 servings out of this. We have 1 more layer of pudding to put in this parfait, and then we're ready for the whipped cream. But Carrie,
Yes,
back in July 1976,
correct.
it was a pretty special time in American history.
I'm thinking it has something to do with the 76 part of that year.
Yes, indeed.
If I recall my American history and that which I have learned from listening to the songs and watching the Disney Plus special of Alexander Hamilton, I believe that we have, gosh, how many centennials?
The bicentennial.
Bicentennial.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so you were making this dish because peanut butter is American.
Probably not.
Oh,
I just like peanut butter and jelly.
and you were 6.
And I was 6. But yeah, so bicentennial. And for some reason, that made me think of wallpaper on our bathroom wall as kids were Revolutionary War soldiers. Remember that?
I do.
And they weren't cute or cutesy in any way, cartoony. It was like grown up wallpaper.
Yep.
And one time, I don't know how I figured this out.
Oh, I know where you're going with this. Oh, this was not one of the better moments of our childhood.
It was not. Okay, so I took one of Dad's favorite felt tip pens. He loved to write with felt tip pens. For some reason, I took this felt tip and wrote on that wallpaper. I don't know why.
What were you thinking?
I do not know. And then I got under the sink in a panic and found some bathroom cleaning spray, sprayed it on the wallpaper, wiped it off, and the pen came off.
It was like a giant erase board.
It was. And it was so cool that I continued to do it.
And if I recall correctly, you chose the section. Clearly, you knew that if you got caught, you were going to be in deep doo-doo.
Oh, yeah.
Because you chose the section of wallpaper behind the door.
I did. Right. And so I kept doing it because, wow, check this out. This is so cool. So I ran and got you.
Yeah.
Carrie, check this out. Try it. Here's the pen.
Write your name.
Yes. Carrie.
Oh, do you hear the bitterness in Carrie's voice?
So Carrie takes the pen, writes her name. We go to spray it down and it doesn't come off because the wallpaper was so saturated with the cleaning spray.
Because in perfect kid logic,
Yeah.
you would just continue to write in the exact same. So, I mean, you have an entire bathroom of wallpaper. That wall was wallpapered, ceiling to floor, but we wrote in the exact same spot. Repeated. I say we. It was you. I did it once.
And she was the one that got caught. I don't remember how that ended.
I don't either. I think we don't remember because I don't think we got in trouble. Because if I recall correctly, Mom hated that wallpaper.
Oh.
But they had to redo so much when they moved into that house that it never got redone.
Oh.
And so this was the perfect opportunity to redo that bathroom with that ugly old wallpaper that she hated.
That's hilarious.
Yep.
All right, it's time for the Cool Whip.
Cool Whip.
It actually says to go ahead and garnish with whipped topping and chopped peanuts if desired, and then chill.
Oh, we desire.
Oh, we desire.
Yes, indeed.
So Carrie, I think, is the queen of the making the swirl.
Yeah, okay. So this is what you do, folks. You take your brand new jar of Cool Whip and you mix it all up.
Okay.
That's the key. And then once you do that, you just take a nice little scoopy of it and it'll just dollop beautifully for you. Because it wants to dollop. It wants to do what you want it to do.
And I will sprinkle on these chopped peanuts I made while we were chatting.
Alrighty.
Okay, well, Carrie, I was listening to some of the top songs in 1976. Don't Go Breaking My Heart.
Oh, yes, that's a good one.
And one of my friend Cheryl's favorite, Shake, 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 shake your booty, shake your booty.
Very nice.
There's one more.
Is there Billy Joel?
No, but Carrie, there's Disco Duck.
Shut up.
Yes.
I thought it was just made up.
No, it was Rick Dees who used to be a DJ. Rick Dees and his cast of idiots.
Oh, how funny. I
Yeah.
thought it was like a child's album.
Oh, no.
With just songs that they thought, a kid would like. I
Nope.
had no idea.
No, it was very adult based.
How on earth did I end up with a Disco Duck album? So I've taken some pictures of our ready to go into the fridge
Yeah.
peanut butter parfaits.
Let's get them in to chill, and we'll be right back with you guys for a taste test.
Woo-hoo.
The parfaits are thoroughly chilled, and they turned out great.
They're super cute.
I can't wait to try it. But thinking about these parfaits and being 6 and you were 3, I was thinking about what we've been doing at our aunt and uncle's house in Texas. And Saturday morning, of course, we would have been watching cartoons.
Right, because when you're that age, you get up at the crack of dawn, and your parents do not also want to get up.
Oh, no. So you get up at the crack of dawn, and you watch TV until early afternoon.
They get up.
Oh, yeah.
Sure. I like that our parents didn't get up until early afternoon.
No, but they would have gotten up and we would have continued watching cartoons.
That's true.
Yeah.
Way to make our parents sound super lazy.
Slackers. Okay, so I bet you can guess some of the most popular, not only cartoons, but there were a lot of live action kid shows out at that time. But can you guess what one of the ones we would have watched then would have been?
I would go Bugs Bunny.
Yep, the Bugs Bunny Roadrunner show.
Yep.
Okay, some other cool ones. Woody Woodpecker.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Pink Panther. And then one of my favorites, Land of the Lost.
I don't recall that at all.
Really? Oh.
It was a live action, right? Not a cartoon?
It was.
Yeah,
and it had slee stacks on it. They were scary.
Oh.
Ooh, yeah. And then they had Chaka, who was this little Bigfoot looking critter, but he was small. Chaka was very small, but he looked like a Yeti.
Wow, no.
Oh.
Nothing.
Well, do you remember Shazam and the Almighty Isis?
I know that you loved Almighty Isis.
Oh, I did.
And I know Shazam because Zachary Levi is Shazam in the remake of the movie.
Yeah. And this one I did not remember, but my husband talks of it fondly, and that was Electra Woman and Dyna Girl.
Oh, yeah, no.
No recollection.
That's not even names that ring a bell.
Really?
Isn't that sad?
Yeah.
I do remember Saturday mornings as I got much older watching roller derby.
Did you really?
Oh, I loved it.
Wow.
Loved it. And it used to tickle Dad something fierce because his mom used to call you her little roller derby queen.
That's right.
I cry.
As a little baby, I guess I pedaled my feet like that, maybe.
Who knows? Because you'd run into other people and knock them down.
Oh, maybe.
I don't know. Roller derby's cool.
Roller derby is
It's kind of make a resurgence. I've seen roller derby here locally. We've gone and watched.
Really? How fun.
It is. I highly recommend it. It's violent, unnecessarily violent, and quite fantastic.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, shall we get tasted?
I think enough of this jibber jabber. Let's eat some peanut butter and jelly parfait.
Enough jabberjawing. That was another one of the cartoons. Jabberjaw. Okay, do you want to go first?
No, this is your childhood.
That's right.
I'm
so excited to try this as an adult. Okay, so I'm going to get down into the jelly part. I'm going to get a little peanut butter, a little jelly, a little whipped cream, and a few chopped peanuts.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
She has the perfect spoonful. And while she takes the bite, I am going to get my perfect spoonful prepared so she can tell you she's laughing and shaking her head.
Ooh, it is so, so sweet. I can see why the parents did not love this.
It's not bad.
No, it's just
not good.
It's okay. If you were a parent in the 70s watching your weight, I wouldn't waste my calories on this, would you?
No.
But I can see a kid would really enjoy it.
I think a kid would love it. It is kid sweet.
Oh, very sweet.
It is absolutely kid flavors.
Very bland, other than the super sweet. You can really taste the peanut butter. And the jelly is just enough. If you had more jelly, this would like rot your teeth instantly.
Which a kid would love.
Oh, yeah.
I can see how a kid would love it. I can see how a parent would not. But you know what? If I was being polite to a kid, I'd eat the whole thing.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
it's not inedible by any
No,
stretch.
I'm going in for one more bite here.
Oh, well, look at her go. I feel compelled to also take one more bite just to really let you guys know.
I don't know if it is because I haven't been eating a lot of sweets, but it is.
Oh, no. I've been eating tons of sweets.
And it's still too sweet.
Oh, yeah.
It almost makes my teeth hurt.
Here's a fun fact about peanut butter.
What?
It's an American invention. It was invented by one of the Kellogg brothers, you know, who make Kellogg cereal?
Yeah.
Invented to feed patients in his sanatorium. What the heck?
Peanut butter? I thought it was George Washington Carver who invented it.
He helped with peanuts and then the processing of peanuts.
Okay.
But nobody thought to mush them into peanut butter for decades later. And the Kellogg dude mushed them into this peanut butter. And it was like in, I don't know, I'm going to say like in the late 1800s. It didn't really take off until they came up with a process to kind of get it all mixed together better.
Oh, yes.
And they started adding sugar. And then it really started, and then the World War II happened, and there was no meat, and people desperate for protein went for peanut butter. But they think that part of it was this addition of all the sugar that made people really like it.
Of course. It's probably packed full of sugar.
I'm sure it is. And so
do you remember as a kid encountering peanut butter that had not been emulsified before, and you dig in, there's all that oil on the top, and if you're a kid stirring that, it is everywhere.
I'm an adult and you can hardly do it. Because that peanut butter is like hard as a rock under there. As always, what happens in my house is we have super greasy peanut butter for, I don't know, half, and really hard peanut butter
at the bottom.
Yes, for the bottom half.
Oh, yeah.
So I think if you are planning a party that is child heavy, this is a winner.
Oh, they would love it. Yeah.
It's a kid food. 100%.
It really is. And so Kid Me wants to sing you out of this episode.
Oh, boy.
With the...
I know.
Wait a minute. With one of the most popular songs of 1976.
No, then this is not the song that I thought you were going to sing.
Let me sing you out. Okay. To one of the most popular songs from 1976. Okay. You ready?
Yes.
S-A-T-U-R-D-A-Y. Night. S-A-T-U-R-D-A-Y. Night. I danced with my baby on Saturday night. Ooh, Saturday night. Ooh, Saturday night. I loved the Bay City Rollers.
Oh, I remember you had their album.
Oh, I did. And their patchwork quilt pants, because how cool was that?
Who didn't want patchwork quilt pants? I thought you were going to sing peanut butter,
and jelly.
Peanut butter,
and jelly. Well, on that note, that's it for this episode. Thank you so much for joining us. Please check out our website for lots of goodies. We have pictures there of this delicious treat, and Carrie has written an accompanying blog that is sure to give you a few laughs.
Thanks for listening to Mom's Wooden Spoon. If you like what you heard, don't forget to subscribe. If you want a copy of this recipe or to check out our blog, click on the link to our website in the podcast description. If you'd rather, you could get to our website through Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Pick your poison.
Don't say poison. We're making food.